Hey, oish. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am, yes I am, Pastor Joe Fox. Why are you looking up at me? Hold on. I'm not a cameraman or a producer or whatever. I'm going to talk to you today about a couple things. Firewood, rounds, sweat. Light's not right. There we go. Yesterday, I had firewood in here. I'll show you that in a minute, how much was in here. And it's old firewood. It's dry firewood. I just got done working, so give me a break. Half water, half coffee, and ice. Thank you, Emmanuel. The firewood that was in here was older, very dry, probably 2 years old. Don't want it at the back bottom of the woodshed again, and so I moved it all out, and I started driving around on the property where I have stacks of rounds about this big. Some are this big. Woo! Earthquake on the side of the road here and there, and loaded them up in the truck, brought them here, and then started splitting them. And I did split them with my wood splitter, but you still have to hoof them up and put them on there and throw them around and cut them and stuff. It's a lot easier than doing a maul, which I have several mauls, and I have the Fiskars maul, which is the bomb. It's great, but hey, I got that thing, I'm going to use it. And so I split all this wood. Can you see? I'm pretty proud of it so far. That's starting on my second row down there. You can tell different wood came from different piles. The lighter colored wood came from over there in my garden. I had a dead tree. And the darker wood came from over by the avocadage, where it's been stacked on the side of the road for a while. And it got darker. And so I split that and stacked it. And here's the deal. Last year, and this stuff is pretty dry already. Last year, I started splitting wood in August, and that was too late. Some of the wood we burned was not dry as I would have liked it, and therefore it was not as efficient, and it didn't heat the house as well for the pounds of carrying it in. And you know, people say chopping wood, burning with firewood warms you 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You know, you cut down the tree, you chop it up into lengths, you stack it, you drag it, you split it, you stack it, you bring it into the house, and then finally there's a fire. Yeah, I think, and so to make the point, my brain is befuddled. To make the point, I didn't really start splitting my winter firewood last year until August. And I filled this shop up, this woodshed up with wood right before it was time to burn. And then because of that, I had to burn more wood because the wood wasn't as dry as if it had set out. And then I said, this year I'm going to do it in June. Well, here we are halfway through July, and I'm finally getting to it. I think what I'm going to do this year, and some of y'all burn a lot of wood. I'm kind of new, just a couple years into burning a lot of wood. This is mostly oak, some hickory, some walnut. I think what I'm going to do is chop wood and split wood all winter. Not to use it that winter, but just come out, you know, every couple days and get on it and build a pile. And then that way it will truly be sitting for a complete year, and I'll get it stacked sometime, you know, spring, summer, but it'll be drying out the whole time. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I need to get this winter's wood in. And really, my goal, my eventual goal, is to have 3 years supply of wood put up. We don't really know how much wood we're going to need this year, because also my goal is to get the wood cook stove, the Pioneer Princess, Pioneer Maid, whatever it's called, established, and we're going to be using that this winter. So that'll be more wood. But my goal is to get 3 years worth put up. Wood kind of starts deteriorating after about 3 years. It gets softer, it doesn't burn as well. But, you know, what happens if I get injured? Or if my wife gets injured and I have to care for her or something? I'd like to be ahead on my wood. And so we're going to do that. I'm going to build another wood shed right over here. And there's that. Let's go over here in the shade and it'll be a little bit more windy. And I can show you the wood and talk about something else. So here's the wood. Can you see it? That I stacked. I moved out of the woodshed and stacked it yesterday. Sorry, I know. All right, let's see. How am I gonna do this? Put that here. Oh, enjoy the scenery while I play with the camera. There we go. All right. I know, you could do better, PJ. This is really annoying. I need a camera crew. You know, I just turned down. Did you get to see the wood even? That's why I came out here. Yeah, all right. I turned down, well, I deleted without responding another request from a producer of films for Discovery and Britain. Works in UK, but does a lot of films for Discovery. They contacted me. Hey, I'd like to chat with you. We're interested in preppers and survivalists. And I've been on a couple things. I've had a couple crews out here. My ego is stroked enough. It's not worth the pain in the neck dealing with the people. If I had a new book to sell or something, and even that's kind of sketchy, getting them to mention your book or your thing that you're doing, you know, it might be worth my while, but I'm certainly not looking for the fame. And you know, they just come out here and disrupt your life horribly, and then they usually tell things that aren't exactly true, right? So there's that. All right, let's talk about sweating. And this is sweat. Yesterday it was so hot when I was working. It's a little cloudy today. It's a little better. I would dip this in rainwater, wring it out, and then either wear it around my neck like a cowboy. Isn't there a song about that? Wanna be a cowboy. Something like that. I'd either wear it like that and it'd keep me cool, or when the sun was out, because my straw hat is up at somewhere else right now and I didn't want to go get it, so I'd kind of look like a little Haji guy. I'd wear it like this, or Moses, or something like that, you know, whoo, when it was wet, because it kept the sun off my head. And so that's important. But the point I'm making here, trying to, is, do you get a full body sweat every day? Do you like pour out the sweat? You should. Every day you should get a full sweat on, ideally as a result of physical activity, not going just into a sauna or just sitting, you know, on the back porch lathered in coconut oil or whatever people tan with. Sweating is good for getting toxins like, you know, coffee out of your body. You should do that. You should sweat every day. And again, I think you should sweat every day as a result of physical activity. I think every day you should get your heart rate going, and you should be breathing hard, like, and you should be pouring sweat every day. If you do that every day, you'll be a better person for it. One, you'll get the toxins out. Two, you'll start getting fitter. You'll get more aerobic capacity, and whatever you're doing to make yourself do that, you'll get stronger. All right? We're very soft people. We're very comfort oriented. I don't want to. Take the time to work your body. Get a sweat in. That's a daily round for me. I try every day to get a full sweat on, because hey, baths are free. Almost. All right, come on. So I encourage y'all to do that. The other round is the wood. That's a yearly round, right? There should be a time every year, and I haven't figured out exactly when that is for me, but there should be a time every year when you put up your firewood. I'm gonna try and set this here. Let's see if that works better, because I don't want to be in the sun. My goodness, this is how I got onto the movie people, didn't I? Here. That was a sin. Did you hear that? I just poured iced coffee water onto the ground. It's because I'm trying to hold this, play with the tripod, do all the things at once. No, I'm not editing this out, because I don't edit, because that would take too much time, too much electricity, too much. Can't do it. If I sat at a desk all day with all the things, then yeah, I would make nice, pretty edited videos. Speaking of which, y'all noticed, did I talk about this already? I think I did. My videos have been getting cut short lately because I have a new phone, which gets on the internet easier out here. It's Cricket, and this is AT&T, and they both run off the same towers, so explain it to me. But it's an Android or something, and they just load it with all this garbage on it, and every time it turns on, they put more spyware on it because they really care what I'm doing. And it's out of memory. And I don't have near the stuff on that phone that I have on this phone. And it's out of memory, and it cuts off the film. And so then I went in yesterday and I got into the apps, and I'm not really technologically savvy, but I got into apps. I deleted everything, or tried to. You can't even delete some stuff. You can't delete Amazon Shopper from the phone. You can disable it, but you can't take it off. And just sitting there, it uses memory. I'm starting to get mad. Somehow I deleted my my keyboard on the phone, you know, where you type and text and all that stuff, and it only wanted voice. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that was another thing we had to add. The phone came with no keyboard. You had to speak into it or something. It's ridiculous, man. In some ways, I am ready for all this technology to go away. I won't have to deal with worrying about people spying on me through my phone and my laptop. And again, it's not like I'm doing anything. I'm a dude living out here with his wife in the middle of nowhere. I mean, what do you want? I don't shop very much. Although it's listening to me, it's starting to give me ads, and this new phone is sending me texts about keto because I talked about it. I didn't look up keto. Maybe I did. I do think I looked up if bananas were keto or something like that, so maybe it picked up on that. And then another thing, I'm getting all these ads everywhere I go. Whatever I look at, I'm getting the same ad for these cowboy boots called Tecovas. I don't wear cowboy boots. I haven't worn cowboy boots in decades. Have no desire. Haven't been shopping cowboy stuff, even though I just talked about, so you want to be a that looks more like a female shawl. Won't do that. Want to be a cowboy. Whatever. I'm getting the same ad for these Tecova boots. Why? I don't wear cowboy boots. If you do, that's fine. I don't ride a horse. I don't need them. Life. All right, I'm having a good time though. I got a lot done today. I actually got up and got to work before I had any coffee. This is my first cup of coffee. I just poured half of it on the ground. I drank a glug of water and got on it at dawn today because I knew it was going to get hot. I finished this up. I'm going to put my tools away, and then today we're going to take my daughter and her man out to eat some good Korean food. And then we found, speaking of keto, we found an ice cream shop. I went there the last time because, you know, your mouth is kind of hot after eating Korean food a little bit, and there was an ice cream place, and we couldn't get out of the city because I needed to finish uploading a video for y'all, and I hadn't done that yet. So I told my wife, just pull over somewhere. And she pulled over in this ice cream shop, and we went in there, and I was too full to eat. I had a little scoop of ice cream, but they made this thing. I told the girl making them, oh my gosh, that looks decadent. They took like a Krispy Kreme donut. They cut it in half, and then they molded this like chocolate ice cream into like a patty, and they heated up the donut real quick, just like flash heated it, and then put this patty of chocolate ice cream on there, and then wrapped it all up nicely so you could eat it. It looked like a hamburger. Oh my gosh, that's just terrible for you. No, I won't be having one today. But we'll probably stop at the ice cream shop for the kids, and I'll probably get a scoop of ice cream. I know it's not keto. I don't care. I'm sweating so much out here. I'm losing weight anyway. All right. There really wasn't a whole lot of worthy, heavy stuff in this video. I'm just showing you my day, talking to you about rounds. You should sweat every day. You should breathe hard every day. You should think about things that you have to do on a yearly basis. And I get it, when you're living in a climate-controlled environment where you leave your kitchen, walk into the garage, get in your car, hit the automatic thing, drive to work, get out, take 3 steps into your office, air-conditioned comfort all day, reverse that at night, and then go to malls during the weekend. You're not really in tune. I wasn't, certainly, when I lived that lifestyle. You're not really in tune with yearly cycles. Everything's kind of the same. You know, you're surrounded by electricity all the time, so it doesn't really matter what the light levels are in or out. It doesn't really matter what the temperatures are in or out. You're just not in it that much. A lot of people aren't. But the closer you get to living in nature, with nature, the more these things matter. And thinking about, I want to do these things at this time of year, you know, that's an agricultural kind of thing, right? You plant at certain times, you harvest at certain times, you can at certain times, you do all these things. I just want to get to the point where I know what those are and I can literally put them on a calendar. Somebody just said something, I think they said it on here too. I don't remember who said it. Somebody did, about if it's a priority, it'll get scheduled. May have been Bear. If it's a priority, you should schedule it. Like, put it on a calendar, not just, yeah, we'll get around to that. I've started doing that, and I'm getting more done. So, like I told my wife, this week is wood week. I'm putting up wood. I really don't want to stop until this thing is full of firewood. And then I'm going to get back on finishing the kitchen, putting the stove in, and that kind of thing. But I want to get the wood up. Running out of time. Not enough hours in the day, I tell you, not enough hours in the day. All right, hey, I'm in a good mood. I hope you all are. I hope you all are having a wonderful time. I know the world's going crazy, but it doesn't have to affect you that much if you set yourself up right. I hope you do. All right, I'll see you out there.